Welcome back. It's good to have you. Now, I would say that most South Africans are fed up with electricity price hikes, especially since the service received in recent years hasn't necessarily been up to scratch. So now the Stellenbosch municipality is taking this a step further. It's written to energy regulator NERSA, objecting to the proposed tariff increase of nearly 50% over 3 years. Stellenbosch Mayor Gesie van Deventer joins us for more on this. And Gesie, thank you so much for your time and good morning to you. Let's talk about this. I mean, you have stated to NERSA that you have found the electricity hikes as both unlawful and unjust.
Good morning to all listeners and good morning to you. Yes, indeed. I wrote to NERSA on the 14th of January objecting to this and asked them to revise this. We also created a petition, an online petition on our website for people to object to this because it's simply unaffordable, unjustified, and really people are battling. I'm not sure if Eskom understands the economy, otherwise they will not do this. But the bottom line is that due to the mess that Eskom has created themselves, we are now expected to pay for that, to repair that. It is simply not fair, it's not affordable.
Yeah, it seems you're also co-signing the complaints raised by South Africans saying not only is this increase just simply unaffordable, as you stated, but also the service that South Africans have received from Eskom isn't necessarily top-notch. We've been in and out of load shedding, inundated with different stages of load shedding, so it does not make sense to South Africans.
Well, indeed, that is exactly the problem. They have a mandate to deliver electricity to us, which they don't or cannot do that, simply unable to do that. If there was a decent product, one could expect to budget and pay for it. We see load shedding, we see interruptions. Right now, in Stellenbosch, it's harvest time for the wine farmers. Just yesterday, somebody told me they've been out of electricity for more than a week. Yesterday, water was interrupted in one of our small towns for more than the whole morning. It's simply in and out. But if we look at what Mr. Director says, and I acknowledge he's trying to make a difference, he took off Eskom with a whopping 450 billion debt. We don't see much that's been repaired. We see in the media they pay 200,000 for one broom or one mop, but we expect to pay. You know what is really sad is last year, in the middle of COVID, we know it was tough. We know businesses closed down. We know people are really battling with the rising price of consumer goods, fuel, everything is just going up. So, even so then, they took a 17% increase, punishing us. Now they want, for over the next 3 years, they want a 20.5%, a 15.707%, and a 10%. That will add up to 50% increase in 3 years. And we've seen over the past years a continuous significant rise in their costs. And they attribute that to a primary cost. We don't know what that is. It's not clear to us how they calculate that. Is a primary cost, the cost of repair for broken and neglected equipment, or what is that? All I know is that people out there are battling. People are without jobs. Economy is in a terrible state, and we have to pay and pay and pay without any decent supply of electricity. And that is why I objected to that on behalf of my people. On a daily basis, people phone me. It is simply not affordable.
Gesie, instead of the tariff increase, what do you suggest would have been a better alternative?
I'm not suggesting there should be no tariff increase, but if you look at the CPI index, which is 5.5%, something closer to that could have been adequate. If they, for instance, take a 5.5% increase, then maybe 1 or 2% for repairs to fix or to create new equipment. But what they're asking is simply unreasonable. If we look at municipalities, everybody has suffered huge losses, even in Stellenbosch, a sustainable municipality, due to the COVID impact. We cannot afford that. And if they go closer to the CPI index, people can understand that, and people can budget for that. But what they're asking is really just too much. Like I'm telling you, this is going to cripple our economy even more. Electricity is one of those necessities we need to start our businesses, to upstart the economy again. And that is why Stellenbosch is also moving to create its own electricity, renewable energy, to try and replace some of the burden of Eskom.
All right, we'll leave it then. We appreciate you speaking to us and raising these concerns. Gesie van Deventer from Stellenbosch municipality stating that they have written, or that she has, of course, written to the national energy regulator, NERSA, rejecting Eskom's tariff increase and dubbing them as both unjust and unlawful.